talk about coming out and making a statement. Not only do you return the thing to the house, you go for two and get it.
And how about how the rules? We thought that would promote more aggressiveness. We saw it right there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Third-year running back. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second and 9. Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. CD, look at this clock and scoreboard. We're less than a minute into this game, and they've already made 2 trips to the end zone.
So that means that someone's confidence is absolutely soaring right now. There's almost no slowing them down. On the flip side, now you've got to get together. You've got to talk to each other. Make sure you stay tight, stay focused as a team. Yeah, it's a quick blitz, but you can get back in this game if you don't let it get away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script.
And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Luck. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Austin. That looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands.
Okay, just like that.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Prescott steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
On second down now, it's Mack. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards, not as many as 16. This is caught inside the 15.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire...
Ezekiel Elliott doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. He's on pace now for 12 rushing touchdowns, and I think he's making fantasy owners smile.
I think you've got to change something on defense, don't you? I mean, we often talk about using a spy on a quarterback who has the ability to run and maneuver outside of the pocket. Maybe they need to change that to spying him, because this many touchdowns this early, that is demoralizing for a defense. One guy breaking them down.
That's it, baby. We go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On the counter, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. As his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is fielded a couple. Will come to an end. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Impressive 75-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there, a punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up? And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Elliott. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Down. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Luck able to find his tight end Doyle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the...
Now a hit and lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Now it's low. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put ball nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He's got Jack Doyle. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and 2, Luck. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Hearns brings it in. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get